Mimi, greater than 17 years old girl. Quiet, background type, never caused drama. I live with mom and my older brother. Always thought he was the strong one. Always smiling, joking, holding us together. But his smile was a damn lie. One night, I just needed a charger. Went into his room without thinking much. Papers scattered everywhere, messy as usual. But then I saw this thin black notebook. I grabbed it, figured it's just school notes. Opened the first page and froze instantly. I'm tired of being strong. I can't keep going. The only reason I'm here is mom and sis. Those words hit me harder than anything ever did. My hands shook so bad I nearly dropped it. My brother, the strong one, writing this? All those smiles, all those jokes, just a mask. I couldn't breathe. I just sat there in shock. And for the first time, I was scared of losing him. He walked in right then. My heart stopped. I shoved the notebook back under his papers. He smiled like always, asking if I found the charger. Same strong smile, same fake calm face. But now I could see through it, clear as day. I laughed awkwardly, grabbed the charger, left. Spent the whole night replaying those words. The image of him writing that stuff haunted me. Next morning, he acted normal like nothing was wrong. Mom joked with him. He laughed like usual. But I kept watching his eyes, tired, so damn tired. I decided I couldn't sit back anymore. Started hanging around him more on purpose. Asked about his day, listened all the way. Brought him tea, acted like it's casual. Dropped small compliments, disguised as jokes. You're the best, with a smirk, pretending playful. He laughed, confused, but his voice was warmer. Like maybe he needed to hear it all along. Still, I couldn't shake the fear of that notebook. A few nights later, I caught him zoning out. Sitting at dinner, just staring at his plate. Mom's talking about work, he doesn't even react. Finally mutters, just tired, with a fake smile. I wanted to scream, I know you're not okay. Instead, I cracked a dumb joke about him being lazy. He smirked, but his eyes stayed empty. That night, I couldn't sleep, pacing my room. Those notebook words echoing in my skull nonstop. I'd already quit if not for them. Every creak in the house made me check his door. Leaned in just to hear his quiet breathing. Whispered to myself, he's still here tonight. But tomorrow? I couldn't be sure anymore. I realized silence is scarier than any scream. I'd rather he cry than keep hiding everything. So I doubled down, no more half measures. If kindness was all I could give, I'd flood him with it. Small gestures every day, even if he thought it's dumb. Because doing nothing scared me more than being obvious. A couple days later, he surprised me big time. Walked into my room holding 2 sodas. Dropped one on my desk, sat down quietly. You've been nicer lately, why? My heart almost jumped out of my chest. I laughed it off, said just bored, I guess. He gave me a look like he didn't buy it. But didn't push, just nodded slowly. We sat watching dumb TikToks side by side. And for the first time in weeks, he looked relaxed. Actually laughed, not the fake laugh, but real. His shoulders loosened, eyes lighter than usual. I wanted to cry right there, but held it in. Kept pretending I was chill, scrolling my phone. Inside I was screaming, stay, please just stay. He fell asleep, right on my bed mid-video. I just stared at him breathing, terrified and relieved. Thinking about how fragile this moment was. And how badly I needed him to keep choosing life. A few days later, I hear his door slam. Not the usual soft close, but hard and loud. My stomach twists, I rush down the hall. I knock gently, no answer, just silence inside. Finally push the door, see him hunched at the desk. Hands gripping his hair, notebook right in front of him. I panic, force my voice to sound casual. Yo, you good? Need anything? He jumps, shoves the notebook under papers fast. Mumbles, yeah, just studying, leave me alone. I nod, back away, but inside I'm crushed. I know what's in there, I know the truth. The rest of the night, I pace my room. Check my phone every 5 seconds. Finally send him a stupid meme at 2 a.m. He replies with LOL, and I exhale hard. One dumb message was enough to calm me. But deep down I know this fight isn't over. I'm living on edge, waiting for another crack. Wondering if I'll catch it in time or not. Next morning he acts like nothing happened. Argues with me about which cereal sucks. Laughs too loud at a random TikTok. But I can't unsee what I saw last night. So I push harder to keep him close. Bring him snacks without asking. Sit with him while he pretends to study. Make him watch dumb shows with me. He rolls his eyes, but never says no. Like maybe he knows I won't back off. Then out of nowhere he asks quietly, "Do you ever think you'd be better off without me?" My heart stops cold. I almost drop my phone. I shake my head so fast, tears in my eyes. Tell him, "You're literally the reason I breathe." He stares, searching my face like he wants proof. Then nods slowly, like he's filing it away. That night I realize how close to the edge he is, and how one wrong silence could be the end. A week later, I find him outside late, sitting on the porch steps, hoodie pulled up, cold air, cigarette burning between his fingers. He doesn't even smoke. That scared me more. I sit next to him, snatch the lighter away. Say, "Since when do you smoke, idiot?" He shrugs, whispers, "Since I stopped caring." Those words stab deeper than anything else. I toss the cig, stay planted beside him. Tell him flat, "Well, I still care, so deal with it." He chuckles softly, shakes his head at me, then says, "You're the only reason I try." I freeze, don't even know how to respond. So I lean against his shoulder quietly. No more words, just sitting in the cold. But I swear I felt him breathe easier that night. Like maybe staying was a little less heavy. I held on to that moment like my life depended on it. Because maybe his life literally did. Next day, he's suddenly different around the house. Helps mom unload groceries without complaining. Cracks dumb jokes while she cooks dinner. I catch myself smiling so hard at the sound. Mom laughs, has no clue what's been going on. And I want to keep it that way for now. Later that evening, he pulls me aside quietly. Asks, "You ever feel like someone saved you?" My throat closes up, but I joke it off. "What? Like I'm your superhero now?" He smirks, shakes his head, softer this time. Then mutters, "I mean it, thank you." I nearly lose it right there, tears burning. But I smile, punch his arm, keep it casual. Inside I'm shattered, because those words mean everything. That night, I hear him humming in his room. First time in forever, his voice sounds peaceful. And for once, I let myself believe he's healing. A couple nights later, he knocks on my door. Never does that, so I know it's serious. He sits on my bed, eyes locked on the floor. Then says, "Sometimes I wonder if you know." My heart almost stops, but I play dumb fast. "Know what?" "That you're a pain in my ass." He smirks, but keeps searching my face. Like he's begging me to admit something. I want to scream. "Yes, I read your notebook." I want to beg him to keep fighting. Instead, I toss a pillow at him, laugh it off. Say, "Whatever it is, you're stuck with me." He sighs, lays back, stares at the ceiling. Then mutters, "Guess that's why I'm still here." I bite my lip hard, holding back tears. Scroll my phone pretending I'm chill. But inside I'm shaking like crazy. Those words echo in my chest for hours. He doesn't know how close I was to breaking too. Few days later, he asks to watch a movie. We pile on the couch, mom already asleep. He even picks a comedy, not dark stuff. I keep sneaking glances while he laughs. And it's real laughing, not forced this time. Eyes brighter, shoulders not so heavy. For the first time in months, I feel hope. Like maybe we're turning a corner finally. Towards the end, he looks straight at me. "Thanks for not giving up on me." I freeze, throat tight, tears pushing hard. I punch his arm lightly, say shut up. But he grins, soft and grateful as hell. And it feels like sunlight after endless rain. After the movie, he doesn't run off to his room. He stays, talking about random dreams for the future. Like maybe tomorrow actually exists for him now. That night, I fall asleep smiling for once. Because for the first time, I believe he might be okay. A few days later, mom leaves for work. House feels too quiet, just me and him inside. I hear faint music coming from his room. Sad stuff, the kind that drags your chest down. I knock. He actually says come in this time. He's lying on his bed, staring at the ceiling. Headphones half off, eyes red like he'd been crying. My stomach twists. I sit at the edge carefully. I ask, "What's up?" Trying to sound casual. He shrugs, whispers, "Don't know how much longer I got." My whole body goes numb hearing that. I want to blurt out I know everything. Want to beg him not to leave us. Instead, I grab his hand and hold tight. Say, "Too late. You're stuck with me forever." He actually laughs through his tears a little. And that laugh feels like oxygen to me. We sit there in silence, no more words. But the silence isn't scary this time. It feels like maybe I gave him a reason tonight. Later that week, he starts acting different. Joins mom in the kitchen to cook dinner. She jokes, "Look who finally grew up." He grins, softer, more genuine than before. I stand there watching, hiding a relieved smile. Like maybe the cracks are finally healing. During dinner, he cracks a dumb pun. I laugh way too hard, but it feels amazing. Afterwards, he knocks on my door quietly. Hands me a candy bar, no explanation. I laugh. Thanks. And he shrugs. Then says, "You've been different lately, nicer." My chest tightens. I try to brush it off. Nah, you're imagining things, don't get cocky. But he looks at me with those grateful eyes and says softly, "Whatever it is, don't stop." I almost break down crying on the spot. But I smile instead, punch his arm playfully. Inside I know every little effort is noticed. And maybe, just maybe, it's starting to save him. A couple nights later, I find him outside again. Hoodie up, sitting on the porch steps alone. Cold air biting, cigarette glowing in his hand. He doesn't even smoke. That terrified me more. I sit down next to him, steal the lighter. "Since when do you smoke, dumbass?" I ask. He shrugs, says quietly, "Since I stopped caring." Those words cut deeper than any knife could. I throw the cig out, stay planted beside him. Tell him flat, "Well, I still care, so deal with it." He lets out a small chuckle, shakes his head, then whispers, "You're the only reason I try." I freeze, my throat burns, can't think of words. So I lean my head on his shoulder in silence. We sit there in the freezing night, breathing slow. And for once I feel him actually relax beside me. Like maybe staying doesn't feel so impossible anymore. I hold on to that moment like it's life or death. Because maybe for him, it really is. Next day he's different, lighter somehow. Helps mom carry groceries, cracks dumb jokes. I watch him fool around and almost cry with relief. Mom has no idea, she just laughs with him. I keep the secret locked, it's mine to carry. Later that night, he pulls me aside suddenly. Eyes serious, voice lower than usual. "You ever feel like someone saved you?" he asks. My heart jumps. I almost confess right there. But I play it off. "What? I'm your superhero now?" He smirks, shakes his head softly, then mutters, "I mean it, thank you." I almost break, tears stinging behind my eyes. But I grin, punch his shoulder, keep it casual. Inside I'm wrecked, because those words mean everything. Later, I hear him humming in his room again. First time in forever he sounds almost at peace. And for once I let myself believe he's healing. A week later, he knocks on my door at night. Never does that unless something's heavy. He sits at the edge of my bed, quiet. I can already feel my chest getting tight. Then he says, "Sometimes I wonder if you know." My heart nearly stops, but I play dumb fast. "Know what? That you're annoying as hell?" He smirks, but his eyes don't let go of mine. Like he's begging me to admit something. I want to scream. Yes, I saw the notebook. Want to beg him to let me help. Instead, I shove a pillow at him, laugh. Say, "Whatever it is, you're stuck with me." He exhales, lays back, stares at the ceiling. Murmurs, "Guess that's why I'm still here." Those words hit harder than anything else. I bite my lip so hard it almost bleeds. Pretend to scroll my phone, act chill. But inside I'm shaking, barely holding it together. Because he doesn't know how close I was to crying. Next evening, he does something unexpected. Asks if I want to watch a movie together. We crash on the couch, mom already asleep. He actually picks a comedy, not heavy stuff. I sneak glances at him the whole time. He's laughing, real laughing, not forced. Eyes brighter, shoulders less weighed down. For the first time, I feel real hope. Like maybe the tide is finally turning. Near the end, he turns and says quietly, "Hey, thanks for not giving up on me." My throat tightens, tears almost spilling. I punch his arm lightly, mumble, "Shut up." But he smiles, soft and grateful as hell. And it feels like sunlight breaking through clouds. After the movie, he stays talking with me. Random dreams, stupid plans, little stuff. Like maybe tomorrow doesn't look so dark anymore. That night, I fall asleep smiling for the first time in months. A few nights later, he walks into my room, hands me a candy bar, sits down nervous, says, "You've been different lately, why?" My chest tightens, but I force a laugh. "Different? Nah, you're just imagining things." He shakes his head, eyes soft but serious. "No, I mean it, you've kept me here." Those words nearly shatter me on the spot. I want to confess about the notebook so bad. Want to tell him I've known everything all along. But instead I smile through burning tears. Say, "We're family, that's what we do." He pulls me into a hug, tight and real. First time in years, he actually held me close. And I know in that moment he's still fighting. Not just for himself, but for us too. That night, I cry quietly after he leaves. But it's not fear this time. It's hope. Hope that maybe my brother's gonna be okay. Months later, he's not the same broken shell. He laughs louder, helps mom without being asked, even goes out with friends, comes home smiling. I see light back in his face, life in his voice. And I realize maybe small things saved him. Not big speeches, not some miracle fix. Just tiny acts, every single day. A cup of tea, dumb jokes, silent company. All adding up to keep him from falling apart. One evening he says softly, "Thanks for staying." I smile, punch his shoulder, hide my tears again. Because if only he knew how close I was to losing him. Sometimes saving someone isn't dramatic at all. Sometimes it's just showing up when they need it. So now I'll ask you straight up. Would you have told him you found the notebook? Or kept it secret like I did, to protect him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know. And if this story hit you, like and sub for more.